join me. Together we can rule the galaxy far from the sun.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Hello there, Space Wizards, Plastic Spacemen, and Roll Princesses. This is Todd Hoffman and Trent Hoffman. You're listening to Big T and Little T, a Star Wars podcast. Welcome to episode, 182? Today we're going to be talking about looking at episode 5 of The Acolyte called Night. So joining me a little bit later today will be my Mr. Trent Hoffman. We had things to say about this episode. But first up, Fortnite Wrecked is going on the current season with cars, but then they just dropped Reloaded, which is a new map that is a little bit tighter and more Fortnite-y, if that's a thing or a verb. It is basically a little tighter map, 40 people, 10 squads, no reboot van, but get to be rebooted to a certain point, and then after that, it's like, if you die, you die. And this was kicked off before with a Metallica concert. Rock on, man. So they did this little interactive, I think it was like 10 minutes or 10, 15 minutes, but they went through a couple songs of Metallica and kind of experienced it through, different things that you would do, jumping through some different levels. You got to shoot the master puppets and all this fun stuff. So it was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun, and we had an enjoyable time playing that and just experienced it. So then basically we had at our church, we had this thing called Summer Jam. It was super fun. We did like different activities each night, and it was just a really cool couple days last, and I got to volunteer. I played games, and so one night we had water night, and it was just a lot of fun. So we just went through that, and then if you haven't checked out episode 181, what are you doing? Stop right now, hit pause, go back to 181. We had Lori and Walker on for My Experience, Your Experience podcast, and what a treat that was. What a delight. They were really fun. Mother and son combo, and it was just really cool hearing their stories. And we looked at the prior episode called Day. So the first two, they went kind of both. They had a dual title, and then they're going a single title, and now it is called Night. Tonight or today or whenever you're listening to it. It's called Night. So let's just drop right into it and talk about our main topic. All right. So again, The Acolyte is the new series of Disney Plus that they're going through, and it's set in the High Republic times. And so now we are getting into the 5th episode here and getting a little. So this is written by Cor Adana and Cameron Squires. Fun names. And it's directed by Alex Garcia Lopez. The official description is, in a dense jungle, the Jedi are put to test when they confront a rising darkness. So, as we ended last episode, our boy Kelnaka, gone. But it wasn't by May, it was by the Stranger. And so, this is where they essentially got taken out. Osha got taken out by the Stranger, and then basically the Jedi didn't stand a chance. He kind of did almost like a force blast, and it was like, what is this? What is happening? And that's how the episode ended. So now we are looking at picking up right where that left off in the jungles of Kafor. And we're going to see what's going on here. So, so let's just, you know what? I want to read, let me see if I can find this real quick. This is podcasting. I can't talk and write and type, but here's a fun thing. So, we get to see the Acolyte, and so it is. They did this little character card. I think they released this not even 24 hours ago, but basically it says it's like a picture. They've been doing this, they've been actually doing this for most of the series now, where they do release a picture of a new introduced character or something like that, or a new outfit. But this one actually has a little character card with it, which just says the stranger with a specialized Cortotis gauntlet and a mask permanently twisted in a frightful grin. The stranger with a red-bladed lightsaber appears as if out of thin air. With some may call him the Sith. Little is known of the dark side, who has been training May Anasi in secret, hiding his face from his pupil. When needed, he has adopted the alias Kimari, acting as a shiftless drifter and supplier with seemingly no cares at all other than his own amusements. Yep, dun dun dun. So my call was Kimari, and yeah, it was accurate. It was kind of leaning towards that, just because who could it be? But essentially, we have Ash waking up, or not Ash, Osha waking up and just trying to understand what's going on. Yeah, and so she sees that there's some masters fighting several Jedi, including our boy Yord. So she's got this little stun blaster, and the stun blaster bounces off the master, like not a big deal. So then we have kind of this, let's just put it this way, man. This is a fun episode as far as the fighting is concerned. You haven't seen lightsaber fighting since, I think, the prequel times, which is saying a lot. I mean, this is a really, really good fight. It feels desperate. It feels like life-threatening for each of these Jedi and this new stranger. I just think it's just really, really well done, choreographed wise. I mean, yeah, it is masterclass and just really fun lightsaber techniques and just really awesome. I just really enjoyed all of what was going on. I mean, it's like it's a fight to the death, and Trent and I really, really did enjoy that, and you're gonna hear that a little bit. But yeah, it was just really fun. So basically, there Osha and Soul are, Osha gets back to Soul, and they basically are joined with Fandar, our boy Yord. So Yord basically Soul's like, you got to get the civilian out of here, because they know that Osha isn't fully back to Jedi form, I guess would be the right word. But yeah, so Yord and Osha kind of split, and then they have what's her tracker's name? They basically have to go back to get back to the ship. Let's just get back to the ship. And so they do that. They're making their way back, and we find out that, I mean, we got to see two Jedi skewered. So in one spot, the stranger force pulls the one Jedi onto the blade, and then grabs another Jedi and puts him on the blade. It was great. But we have, I'm really struggling with May's motivation. So May was in Kelneka's hut. She grabs Kelneka's lightsaber, somewhat kind of attacking Soul, or attacking the stranger, and it's just really weird. Like, are you part of him? Are you scared of him? Do you want to be a bad guy? Do you not want to be a bad guy? It's just really bizarre to me, It's just, I don't know. That's what I'm really struggling with, the motivation of May, because and I mentioned this last time with Lori and Walker, it's like, hey, what's she doing? Now that her sister's alive, she doesn't want to be a bad guy, and that's kind of where we landed. But then she kind of keeps on shifting. It's like, okay, make up your mind. Either you're going to fulfill these requests from the stranger to have the Jedi answer for the suffering you had and kind of continue your journey, or you're going to be with your sister and live happily after ever. So now we get to the point where, oh, it's Basil. How can I forget Basil? Yord finds Basil, the little tracker guy, and they kind of head back. Well, then the bug dudes show up, the little creepy bug dudes, and then we get to the point where they're like, okay, we really got to go back. And at this point, Osha communicates to May, or May communicates to Osha and just says, hey, and so she feels her in the force. She's like, we got to go back. So they go back, and now they have a flashlight, and they're leading these bugs here. And then we sacrifice Pip. Shout out Rip and Pip. Rip Pip. Sacrifice him, and basically they attach Pip's head to the stranger, and the bugs come and attack him, and so he gets kind of taken off, and it's like, yeah. But right before the Soul and the stranger, or Kamar, they just have like this fist fight, and it's so brutal and so cool. I just love everything they do about it. And then the Cortoris it's a deep cut, a little bit. There's a Legends thing, but it's a metal found on the planets of Dinzo and Makivaj, and it's very rare. And basically, one of the things that Thrawn says is that the material is called Cortois. Very rare. I heard stories about it, but never seen any. It's rumored to have unusually high energy absorption and transmission coefficients, to point that many energy weapon blasts will dissipate along the fibers without damaging the fibers themselves. So basically, this is your old school metal that absorbs blasters and, yes, lightsabers. So it's one of those kind of kryptonite things for the lightsaber, and we get to see this kind of play out in some of the fights where the lightsabers are diminished. Stranger has a really cool look, almost like kind of this robe with open sleeve, and he's got Cortotis like arm things, and we get to see just really cool, fun thing. Okay, so basically he doesn't want to label himself, but there is definitely a little Knights of Ren vibe with him, and I know they expanded a little bit this in the comics. Again, this is just a failure of the sequel trilogy. They had an opportunity to really flush out the Knights of Ren, and they just were not used properly. They looked amazing. They were all these fun kind of stunt guys that could do crazy stuff. But it's basically masked dark side warriors that adhere to the rites of the ways of the Ren, a religious philosophy epitomized by the lightsaber, and basically a band of marauders. So when you click on the old Ren, so basically the Ren was a red-bladed lightsaber that wielded force-sensitive humans, male known as Ren, who gained the lightsaber in his name from his predecessor. So it's kind of like the idea of like Knights of the Round Table, or like something where you inherit this weapon and then you become the Ren, and then you have followers that amass to that. But yeah, so the Ren was a symbol of leadership for the Knights of Ren, a band of marauders that used dark side of the Force. It was discarded on the Mind Moon after Ren's death by Jedi Ben Solo, who wielded a red-bladed guarded lightsaber, taking control of the Knights as Kylo Ren. Yeah, so that's how Kylo Ren got his Knights of Ren name and all that fun stuff. So kind of obscure acolytes, I guess, of the Force or whatever, but definitely pulling off those vibes. And so really wrapping this up, May becomes Osha with a lightsaber cut hairstyle. Okay, whatever. And they do a little switcheroo. Basil tracking him in the ship with Soul, and she smells different, I guess would be the word. And so we have a little switcheroo. I think it's going to be a little Parent Trap episode next episode, but the bold prediction here is that May doesn't become Darkseid and Osha does, because of whatever Soul and all these other Jedis are struggling with, whatever happened. I don't think we're getting the full story yet. So that's my bold prediction. We'll see if it plays out. So, hey guys, what is your favorite thing about the episode of episode 5, Night? Email us, bigtlittlepodcast@gmail.com. We want to hear about that. Wouldn't it be that great? Okay, before we close, let's see what Mr. Little T had to say about this.
Big T, Little T. We just watched Night. And at night. We watched Day at night as well, but now it's night and night. What do you think, dude?
I loved it.
This one was good.
I know that, like, they did so much, like...
What did you love so much about it?
Just how they did, like, the fighting style, like...
Fighting was good. Like, I could watch this again right now.
I know. But, like, for 9, for Star Wars, like...
Yeah.
On the bridge with, Kylo... And Rey. It was just...
It was just... Blah.
They were missing everything.
Yes, blah.
And it was sad how a lot of Jedi died.
Yes.
Soul died. Yord died.
Yord.
Yord died.
Yord Horde.
So he broke his arm, right?
Yeah, he kind of put him in like a chicken wing and then swung him around and got him and
snapped his neck.
This guy wasn't messing around. And I called it. It was Kimar or whatever that guy's name. I don't even know what it. Dark Toothy.
And his Padawan, York's Padawan, he grabbed.
Well, that was Soul, where he got the ting ting ting, and we got to see 2 Jedi skewered together, which was.
What do you mean skewered together?
Like he stuck out. He stabbed the one through the chest, and then grabbed the other guy from the Force and put him on the lightsaber. He was a kebabi.
Kebab. But I like how his armor, like, he hits it and it just like.
Yeah. Hey Ellie, just talking real quick. It's okay. We love you. So yeah, it was really really.
Yeah. Who's the Padawan of Yord?
Well, that was Soul's Padawan, the one that had like the little spiky.
Yeah.
She got stabbed 3 times. Beep beep beep.
Yeah, like she said he was.
She was kind of kicking some butt.
I know,
I know. I'll be right there. So we'll have to see where this goes, but I think we saw a little Parent Trap there where May took on Osha's clothes.
Yeah, she has a tattoo.
Ah. Yes.
And she doesn't have the mark.
Yes. Smart. That's right.
And how
Trent, you're so smart.
And how,
I didn't even think about that.
And her body language too, like how
yes, but the tattoo was accurate.
Mhm.
She got a tattoo.
But
and we saw that at the end right there.
Mhm.
Dude, you're so smart.
Mhm. And what with the droid? She doesn't have it.
Pip.
Yeah, she doesn't have the body.
Right.
Oh, she does.
Basil's got it, our little gopher friend.
Yeah, but she has the pouch.
That's true. I think Basil's gonna find out that it's not
Yord.
May. He's gonna find out it's not Osha, but it's actually May, and Soul's gonna be like, what?
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. Okay, well, we liked it.
Yes, loved it.
11 T's.
11 T's.
All right, man. So we'll catch you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, there had it. This is one episode that we loved to watch again, which is a first. So I think that is a good thing. Hey, thanks again for listening to another episode of Big T Little T. We want you to follow us on the socials, Big T Little T Podcast on Instagram, BLILT podcast on Twitter, and then twitch.tv/Big T Little T. Speaking about Twitter, X, really fun. Everybody went crazy about Guy de Mundi, his age. Everybody lost it. And then there's this surge of, hey, let me just introduce myself back into the community. So it was hashtag SWTWT, just to take it to Elon Musk. We're not talking about X. We're still talking about Twitter. And so it's just a fun little surge of positivity because people lost their minds about Guy de Mundi. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more clarification. But anyways, follow us out there. It's great. We got stickers. We want to hear from you. So comment, tweet, rate us on Apple Podcasts. Email us again at bigtlittlepodcast@gmail.com. If you drop us a question, give us a rating, we'll send you a sticker. You could be like Rural Farm Boy or RFB. We love him, and he's a great advocate for podcast community out there. And so I'm going to play this clip that he sent via email. It's very easy and fun. So let's hear what he had to say about episode 1 and 2 of The Acolyte.
Howdy, Big T, Little T. It's RFB. Did I do that? All right, some quick thoughts. I just finished episode 179 of Big T, Little T on this Saturday morning. Starting my playlist listening. Some solo Todd's thoughts before little Mr. Trent come on to also give his thoughts and opinions on stories told in the first 2 episodes of The Acolyte. And some of what I picked up, because when I get to listen, I get pretty tuned in, if you take my meaning, to what I'm hearing. What's being spoken with my earbuds in when I'm listening to pods. Todd had some questions, and I did myself when we were first learned what that happened when we see May go to kill Master Torben on Olega, where she finds him in a sort of trance. He's meditating. He's got himself turned inwards to himself. We're told that he's taken a Barash vow. And I weren't really rightly sure what that is, because that turns up, and this credit goes to some of our podcast friends. Some are in my playlist, because I'm not rightly schooled in previous High Republic. I'm fairly certain Todd might not be either. So this would have been a help to both of us. So the help I'm offering here is what I've learned to pass along to Big T and Little T. What the Barash vow is there's previous High Republic stories where it turns up that there was a Jedi by the name of Barash who had done some wrong, they felt, where whatever decisions they made in an adventure or another that they were having led them astray from what the Force was trying to tell them to do. So in order to right themselves with that and what they felt they missed the Force was trying to guide them to, they kind of turned themselves inward and away from the rest of the galaxy and folks around them to try to correct what they felt they'd done wrong. And that's where we find Master Torben on Olega, is he's been in that kind of state. He took that Barash vow because something happened in a previous adventure where it put him in that same frame of mind. Something happened, and there was something spoken to there when May puts that poison down, where she tried to attack him and didn't work, so she turned it around the other way and made him come out, and he kind of confessed a little bit. He was waiting on her, and something happened where he felt like he'd done a wrong, and it seemed like it's being hidden. So that's why we find Torben before May kills him in that that sort of state. So we'll see what the new stories have yet to tell us, why he ended up that way before May took him out. Hope that helps, and looking forward to more Big T, Little T in my ears, and I hope other listeners are too. Till the next episode, long live the Empire.
Okay, there you have it. I love RFB. He is full of knowledge and hears things and knows things and listens to a lot of podcasts, so he get educated on all the fun stuff that's out there. And so he's talking a little bit about the specific meditation that crazy Jedi for 10 years did it, but kind of a cleansing thing. And I get it. I understand it. But I do love the community, and RFB is a wonderful, wonderful person out there slinging some pods and just promoting everybody. And I truly appreciate that. And he comes to our Twitch streams and we talk Star Wars as we're playing Fortnite. It's a lot of fun, and learn about caps made out of trousers, and it's great. It's so much fun. So we like to talk a little Star Wars as we play some Fortnite. So definitely check out our live streams, twitch.tv/Big T Little T. So thanks again for writing in there. Well, he didn't write in. He emailed. That's right, Big T Little T podcast @gmail.com. And we'll play your clip and send some swag your way. RFB, I got some new stickers coming, so I'll send them your way once they come in. So next week, we're talking about Acolyte, episode 6. 3 left, kind of. 2, yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Now, remember, truly wonderful the mind of the child is, and may the Force be with you always. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. For the Empire. Or Sith, or the Ren, or whoever your dark side preference is. Peace.